Right, well, good afternoon, petal flowers. We are back down in Chez Clarice, and I'm in the middle of gutting it out. As per normal, there's 3 jobs going on the go at the one time. Not belike me. If you remember rightly, I do not like heebie-jeebies, so I'm doing as much as I can without doing the corners and under all the shelving, which when the football's finished, Roy's going to come down and he's going to brush all that out for me, and then I will finish with my spray and get the top cleaned up. And I think he's going to turn over, let me see, I think he's going to take my day bed off and give it a brush outside, and I'll give it a wee kind of Febreze over the top when I'm finished, but just in case there's anything underneath, because I am absolutely paranoid, because I have been lying there sleeping when a heebie-jeebie, a big king size, and I mean king size, we don't get small spiders here, a big king size spider was just coming up over my head. I think I've mentioned it before, but it really has put me off, especially since it's not been used for a wee while. And it's been a bit of a dumping ground, to be honest with you. No idea where my curtains have went. I can't remember if I've said that before, but I cannot, for the love of me, find curtains, so I'm thinking about making more, if indeed I can't find them. Try the tea bags that I was talking about, I think, in the last video. Oh, and they absolutely smell beautiful. Herbal fruit infusion tea bags. You've got ginger, cloves, cinnamon, orange peel, and your chia. So let's pop, I think for the second time this year. I don't know if we've got any gas left. Yes, we still have gas. And let's pop one of these in, because tea, it's absolutely roasting today, and tea does in fact cool you down. Wee tip, just in case you didn't know. And also, now my wee kettle's boiling away. Sorry if I moved you about too fast. I am indeed going to sit. I've got a wee pad, and I've not got my chair because I took my chair in to get it cleaned. Let me see, I'll just crawl down here. And I've got these wee sticky notepad things, and I think possibly to add another wee job on my list today. It's Saturday, and I'm thinking about having a wee walk back along to the nursery. I need to get some cornflowers in today, because basically this is like the last weekend, or the last week you can get your cornflowers in, sorry. So I'm going to put them up right up the back where the orchard is, because that raised bed, because that flower bed along there is mainly blues and purples. So it's a packet of blue cornflowers I picked up for 30p or something, so I'm going to get them in this afternoon as well. But my wee notepad, let me see. Right, move the tissues out of the way. What am I to be looking for? Possibly another couple of sweet potatoes, depending on the price, as you know. And let me see, what else was I going to try and get? Maybe a couple of peppers. And if possible, depending on the price, but the nurseries have been absolutely fantastic with the prices, and I'd rather give it to them than give it to the shops. Let me see. But with the COVID and whatever else, I think maybe this year the prices will have went up a wee bit. So possibly peppers, possibly sweet potatoes, and if they're quite expensive I might just get the one and put in that bed where the last video was, where I hung in 2. Let me see. A set tray of flowers. Now I have put marigolds in quite a few of the beds, but I think Roy quite fancies the red ones, and I don't know if I've got the red ones. It says a mixed bag on my envelope for safe seeds for last year. Milk, possibly sweet potatoes, possibly peppers, set a tray of flowers, I don't know whether to get any more cosmos or the ones when the greenhouse is knocked down. I just put them all in a tray and just chuck the compost, so there'll be tomato seedlings in there, there'll be cosmos in there, what else will be in there? Oh, I can't remember, because so far I've only found 4 cosmos and I think I've sown about 20 and they all did come up, they all did pop through. But as I said, I'll have a wee look. There was something else that I wanted to get along there. Shall I do, with the way things are going this year in my garden season wise so far, shall I indeed take the chance and get some Brussels sprouts? They just don't work for me, guys. I don't know what it is I've done or whatever it is I'm doing, but they just, I'm getting nowhere with them. 4 years or something. Tiny, tiny ones, as I've said before. So shall I or shan't I? But I better write this down, because we're paying on a budget. It's what to watch your pennies. Hello, Sky. So I'll leave that list there now. That kettle's nearly ready because I have boiled it in the kitchen. And while that is infusing, we'll turn you back round again, guys. And while this is infusing in my wee cup, oh, it's wobbling about a bit. But since this is infusing in my wee cup, I'll actually show you the bed out there where I've had the disaster. You've probably seen that video by now. So I was out working that till dark o'clock again last night, replanting it. So there we go, get this in here. This is absolutely beautiful. And look at my wee, have I shown this before? I don't know. These are all my wee spoons that Roy bought me from a well-known Chinese site. That's my wee spoons, and I've got a fork somewhere for eating my dinner, or if I want to do some cooking down here. So as I said, I'll stick that in there, let that infuse a wee bit, and then I'll take you outside. Right, I move these plant pots out of the way. In between the wooding I have found a few marigold seedlings and a couple of what looks like cosmos, so I've just taken them out and potted them on. Can you see all over here? Right, so let's have a wee look. If I come over this end, I'll start at this end. So last night I put 2 rows of tomatoes. As you can see over there, they're a wee bit kind of droopy because it's very, very warm, but they've been planted right up to the bottom leaf, and I've took the bottom leaves off. So we've got 2 of them, and in between, as I'm trying to jam pack this bed so that I've got stuff to save for the winter. But we have a purple basil. We've got half a row of purple basil, which really doesn't do very well at all. So that's what I need to write down, guys. Get in there and on that wee notepad and pick up some basil plants at the nursery. Matador, extremely large. Spinach is on the other half a row. That's over on the far side in between the 2 rows of tomatoes. And then when we come over in between the last row of tomatoes and that wee lettuce there, we do have beetroot, but it's like the long beetroot, like carrot shaped. Now, I don't know how well they're going to do in here, but we've got a full row of them from one end of the bed right along to the end. So that's in that bit there, and then in between these 2 lettuces, there's a full row along to the end where the beetroot is. I don't know where, there, I think. Some carrot bolero. I'm just trying to fill this bed because I was absolutely raging, as you can imagine. In here, guys, where my finger is, across that post up to the next post, we do have some more beetroot that's been put in, and these are Nobo. Your normal red round beetroot are in there. And then next to that, we're going to be putting in some rouge sange carrots. Putting in this wee bit at the minute. We do have a row of carrots that has started to kind of come up there, looking not too bad. And in between these carrots, I don't know if you can see that, in between these carrots and there's another row of carrots there, I don't know if the camera's picking it up. I'm going to be putting in some radish red meat. Now these are actually for autumn picking. And as I said, these don't get picked until later on in the year, so I did try them when I bought the packets a couple of years ago, and I possibly put them in far too early and didn't really like too much of the heat. So let me see, April, May, June and July, and they're ready October, November and December. So that's what's going at the end of those carrots. And I've got one tiny wee row left right at the end here that you can't see for the fencing. And I think I'm actually going to be putting in another row of beetroot, because if I swing round here, that full bed there, I said I had to go in and weed. I said in one of the videos I had to go in and weed, but the carrot seeds were that small, I would have got them mixed up with the weeds. So when I did weed that the other night, there was very little carrots that had germinated. So there's another 6 rows of carrots, and fingers crossed they're going to come up now. One of the years, guys, already, and it's but when am I going to get a break? So hopefully this is going to be jam-packed, and at least we'll get carrots, fingers crossed, and beetroots for canning and for pickling and whatever else, and for getting in the freezer. And hopefully this year our tomatoes will do alright. Don't know if you can see them over there. We do have, where is it? Yep, we do have 6 of the tomato plants over there. So I think we've got plenty of tomatoes. So fingers crossed, guys, we'll have plenty of tomatoes when the time comes. Well, we're at it. Let's get this written down. Basil, that is one of my basics. That's exactly what I was going to look for. Sweet potato, peppers and basil plants. Or basil plug plants, because I want to get them in along with the sweet potatoes. I also want them for my bolognese sauce. And touch wood, hopefully we do not get blight this year on our tomatoes, but the way things are going, I couldn't get away with that, guys, in that last video that you've just seen about a bloody leaf miner. Honestly, it'd make a saint swear, as my mother used to say, honestly, but that is what it is. So that's all been ripped out. I'll also need to top up the potato bags again. There's quite a lot of stuff to be done today. Shall I make it out to the nursery at the same time? Yeah, it's possible. I tend to do quite a lot of stuff at night as well when it cools down a wee bit, which is very comfortable, and getting stuck into the soil and doing things. Another tray of lettuce I need to get sown for later on. I've actually got far too much lettuce at the minute. With Daniel away, and Mammy and Christian next door no keeping too well. I've not seen them at all for a couple of weeks, so we've been eating lettuce non-stop, and still it comes, So let's get a wee drink of the tea. I'll take my S onto the daybed for the moment. I feel a wee bit better once it's all brushed out. Not by me, shelf wise, etc. Anyway, I was thinking, guys, let me see. Oh, that's hot. That is absolutely beautiful, guys. Honestly, I wished I'd gotten 2 or 3 boxes of them, because as I said, everything that's in there, I think it's been from this Christmas selection. I'm probably not see them again, so I should have lifted 2 or 3 boxes, because Roy's quite partial to having one of them as well, and I've told him he's banned. Oh, that's absolutely beautiful. Talking about Roy, he's on the mend. He's getting very crabbit, so that means that he's getting back to normal, his normal Victor Meldrew type of living, you know what I mean? So, I was actually thinking, guys, I've not been down here for a wee while. I might go down here one night and we put all the wee lights and all that's on, and we can watch the bats. Maybe do a wee bit of a face mask or something like that, ladies. What do you think? And do a wee question and answering thing, because Roy's still at that stage where he's going to bed early because of the tablets and whatever he's on. So I just tend to spend outside the dog such times it's too dark and I can't see it. And I was actually out with my head torch last night. I'm not right in the head, but I was thinking about a wee question and answer thing about anything. It doesn't have to be about gardening, it could be about makeup, it could be about lifestyle things, it could be personal, I really don't mind. But you can let me know, and if I get enough questions, then yes, at some point we could come back down here when I've got all my fancy cushions back on here and everything's cleaned up. And that would be another wee natter, wouldn't it? I'm just trying to think. Quite a few things I could be filming in the house. I've got an awful lot of beauty products and different things that, and some nice clothes that I got for my birthday and spent with my birthday money. I have got beauty calendars. I'm in the middle of, or I'm en route to opening up a wee online shop. We're just having to get round to the logistics of it all. But hopefully to come the end of the summer, that shop should be up and running. And also second-hand stuff. So I'm just trying to think of what we can do to bring in some pennies. And as I said many times before, I really do love buying in the sales. So I managed to get a bulk buy of designer men's and ladies trainers and footwear, lovely sandals, plus jackets, shirts, dresses for the summer. I would really like to get it up and running for the summer because there's some lovely beautiful play suits and dresses for the summertime, but I really don't know the way things are going, guys, if I'm going to be able to get that sorted in time for the summer. But I'm rattling on a wee bit of a, I'm off on tangent and rattling on a load of rubbish actually, while I'm enjoying my wee chia tea. As you've seen in one of the videos there, as you've seen in the intro, guys, we do have some strawberries that's come up, and yesterday we had our first strawberries of the season. But now everyone that's going to get picked will not be getting eaten and will be getting washed and popped in the freezer for jams and for overnight oats, that kind of thing. So I think I'll leave it at that at the minute, and I'll go and get the rest of these seeds in, get them covered up, because I did not cover up my sweet corn that I did get planted out yesterday, and Mrs. Fat Cat has been in and done her business during the night, so I could kill her, but it's now hooped and covered up, so she'll not get back in here. So I will need to cover up this bed. So that's next on the agenda. I can't do anything else in here until such times Roy's finished with the football and he can come in and finish this off for me. And then possibly the next video, guys, will be our second trip of the season along to the nursery. With my windswept hair, look, I really need to dye my roots. But when it gets to dark o'clock, I think I've spoke to Linda. I've got a friend Linda that watches my channel, as well as Lisa. And another hi to Anne. I hope you're down that allotment, Anne. And Linda's getting busy, and Postman Pat is bringing a wee parcel for you, Linda, but possibly the end, but it might not be to the end of next week because of Dover and everything else. I don't know, you might not even get it to the week after it, but there's something en route for you. Lisa, I hope you're keeping well, hen. She'll know what I'm talking about. And to everybody else, Beverly and Ontario, Canada, I hope your weather's starting to brighten up. And you're pottering about and getting the odd wee plant or seedling in the ground. And a great big kiss and a hug and a cuddle. A hug and a cuddle's the same thing, isn't it? To beautiful Catherine. So hi Catherine, I hope you're well and staying that way. But anyway, I really do want to lie down here and go for a wee sleep. I was up all night, tossing and turning. But anyway, I'm going to finish my tea. As I said, go out, do that bed. And then hopefully Hobby will be up for a wee run to the nursery. So that could possibly be the next video, guys. So Saturday it is. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and take care. Stay safe. Till the next time, au revoir, toodle pip. And bye spies. Bye bye. Bye bye. Cheerio for now. Do you need the brush? Oh, what was it? Something at Harry Potter? Football finished? Yep. I was thinking, see, once I've done all the plants there, do you fancy or do you no fancy? Nope. Listen to him. You can see he's getting better, guys, can't you? Have you tripped the nursery? Have you run? No?
Oh, of course not.
Oh, okay then, right. Au revoir. Bye-bye, everybody. Say cheerio. Cheerio.
Cheerio, hello.
Cheerio.
Cheerio.